Ever sat down and pondered over how China turned into the world's factory? Let's take a step back in time to the early days of China, before the advent of the manufacturing boom. Picture a vast land, predominantly agricultural, where the rhythm of life was dictated by the seasons and the yield of the soil. The economy was largely rural and farming-based, with most of the population engaged in cultivating the land. Life was simple, but it wasn't without its challenges. The country was grappling with problems like overpopulation, limited resources, and an underdeveloped infrastructure. The lack of modern technology and industry meant that economic growth was slow, and living standards were relatively low. It was a country on the cusp of change, but with a long road ahead. Amid these challenges, the leadership of the nation had a vision. They saw potential where others saw problems. They dreamt of transforming the agrarian economy into a modern industrial one, of turning the vast workforce into a productive engine of growth. They envisaged a future where China would not just be self-sufficient, but a global powerhouse, producing goods for the world. This was not just a dream, but a carefully planned strategy, a grand design for economic transformation. The leadership knew that to achieve this, they had to overcome numerous hurdles. They had to modernize the economy, develop the infrastructure, and most importantly, they had to shift the mindset of the people, from farmers to factory workers. And so began the journey, the genesis of the giant that we know today. It was a journey filled with challenges and triumphs, of setbacks and victories, but it was a journey that changed the course of history, that transformed a nation, and in the process, the world. But how, you may ask, did this transition from agrarian to industrial happen? Let's dive deeper into the transformation. To understand the metamorphosis, we need to delve into the catalysts that sparked this change. At the heart of this transformation were government policies that were as daring as they were strategic. They advocated for a shift towards export-oriented industrialization, setting the stage for a remarkable journey. The government embarked on an ambitious project to revamp the country's infrastructure. Massive investments were poured into building state-of-the-art factories, expansive ports, and an extensive network of roads and railways. This not only facilitated the smooth flow of goods within the country, but also eased their export to other parts of the world. But infrastructure was just one piece of the puzzle. The government recognized that a skilled workforce was key to turning their vision into reality. Thus, investment in education became a top priority. Schools and universities were established and expanded, with a special emphasis on technical and vocational training. This gave birth to a generation of skilled workers, engineers, and entrepreneurs who were ready to take on the world. The strategic shift to export-oriented industrialization played a pivotal role in this transformation. The government encouraged and incentivized businesses to manufacture goods for export. This led to an influx of foreign investments, as global companies were drawn by the promise of low-cost, high-quality manufacturing. These well-thought-out measures created a conducive environment for manufacturing to flourish. Businesses thrived, jobs were created, and the economy grew at an unprecedented rate. The world began to take notice as Made in China labels started appearing on goods everywhere. These were not overnight changes. They were the result of years of planning, hard work, and a strong vision. The government's role cannot be overstated. It was their forward-thinking policies and strategic investments that laid the foundation for this remarkable transformation. These were the seeds sown for the manufacturing giant we see today. A giant that was once a sleeping dragon, but now, a force to be reckoned with on the global manufacturing stage. From the seeds of change grew an impressive tree of manufacturing prowess. In the unfolding narrative of China's economic rise, the manufacturing industry has played a central role. It began with textiles, a sector China quickly dominated due to a perfect storm of abundant labor, low production costs, and a global market hungry for affordable fabric. This was a time when "Made in China" was synonymous with clothing, shoes, and basic household items. However, the story doesn't end there. China, in its relentless pursuit of growth, began branching out into more complex industries. Electronics, automotive, pharmaceuticals, machinery, you name it, China was beginning to manufacture it. The nation was no longer just the world's largest sweatshop, it was becoming its most versatile factory. What set China apart, though, wasn't just the sheer variety of goods it produced, it was the scale at which it could produce them. China's manufacturing sector demonstrated a remarkable ability to scale up quickly and efficiently. This was a juggernaut that could churn out thousands of iPhones one day and millions of masks the next. It was a behemoth that could adapt, improvise, and deliver no matter the product, no matter the demand. But this narrative of growth isn't just about numbers, it's about the lives that were transformed along the way. Millions of people were lifted out of poverty, their lives forever changed as they found employment in these burgeoning factories. Cities that were once sleepy towns transformed into bustling industrial hubs. Yet, it's crucial to remember that this was not a journey without its challenges. There were environmental costs, social upheavals, and concerns about worker rights. But these are stories for another day. For now, let's marvel at the rise of China's manufacturing industry. From textiles to electronics, from millions of workers to billions in revenue, this is a tale of transformation like no other. This was not just about growth, but exponential growth, altering the global economic landscape. A shift of this magnitude in China, of course, sent ripples across the globe. China's ascent to manufacturing supremacy didn't just affect the nation itself, but also had far-reaching implications for the world at large. It turned the tables of global trade on its head. The world's supply chains became intricately tied to the East. Countries across the globe found themselves relying on China's industrial prowess for everything from everyday items to high-tech equipment. This new reality prompted a significant outsourcing trend. Companies big and small began to shift their manufacturing bases to China, attracted by the promise of lower costs and efficient production. This wasn't just about cost savings, it was about the ability to scale, to meet increasing consumer demand quickly and effectively. China provided a solution, a way for companies to stay competitive in an ever-evolving global market. But the impact of China's manufacturing might wasn't limited to trade alone. It had a profound influence on world economies as well. As China grew, it began to invest heavily in foreign countries, creating jobs and driving economic growth. Whether it was Africa's infrastructure, Europe's technology, or America's real estate, Chinese investment could be felt far and wide. Furthermore, China's growth also led to the rise of new global players. Chinese companies, once unknown outside their home country, transformed into international giants, commanding respect and recognition on the world stage. Yet, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The surge in manufacturing also led to environmental concerns and sparked debates about fair trade and workers' rights. These issues continue to shape discussions about the global impact of China's manufacturing dominance. In the grand scheme of things, China's rise as the world's manufacturing hub led to a fundamental shift in the global economic landscape. It challenged old norms and paved the way for a new era of global interdependence. The world was now looking towards the East, as China firmly established itself as the world's factory. But no journey is without its hurdles, and China's was no exception. Like any nation on the path to progress, China faced its fair share of challenges. In the wake of its meteoric rise to becoming the world's manufacturing powerhouse, labor issues surfaced. Workers demanded better wages and working conditions, leading to a rise in labor costs. But instead of buckling under pressure, China showed remarkable resilience. It began to transition from low-cost, labor-intensive manufacturing to more technologically advanced industries. This strategic shift towards higher value-added manufacturing was a game-changer. Then, there were environmental concerns. Rapid industrialization took a toll on China's environment, raising global concerns about pollution. But China didn't turn a blind eye to these issues. Instead, it took them head-on, implementing stringent environmental regulations and investing heavily in renewable energy. Today, China is the world's largest investor in renewable energy, a testament to its commitment to sustainable growth. The recent shift towards automation posed another challenge. As robots started replacing human workers, fears of job losses and social unrest loomed. But China, ever the strategic player, saw an opportunity where others saw a threat. It embraced automation, seeing it as a means to increase productivity and move up the value chain. Today, China is home to the world's largest industrial robot market. In the face of these challenges, China demonstrated an impressive ability to adapt and evolve. It didn't shy away from change but embraced it, turning perceived obstacles into opportunities for growth. It's this adaptability, this resilience that has been key to China's success. Through every challenge, China emerged stronger, adapting and evolving. And that's a lesson for us all, isn't it? In the face of adversity, we shouldn't be afraid to adapt, to evolve, to grow, for it's through the trials and tribulations that we truly discover our potential. Through every challenge, China emerged stronger, adapting and evolving. So, What does the future hold for the world's factory? As we stand on the precipice of the future, China's manufacturing landscape is set to undergo a profound transformation. The country that was once synonymous with mass, low-cost production is now evolving into a global hub for high-tech industries. This metamorphosis is no accident. It is a calculated move, driven by the Chinese government's ambitious Made in China 2025 inches initiative. This grand plan aims to shift the country's manufacturing sector up the value chain, moving away from traditional industries into more advanced sectors like robotics, aerospace, and clean energy vehicles. But the future of China's manufacturing isn't just about industry diversification, it's also about embracing the revolutionary power of technology. The role of artificial intelligence and automation in this new era cannot be overstated. These advanced technologies are not just transforming how products are made, but also redefining the very essence of manufacturing. Take artificial intelligence, for instance. AI is set to play a pivotal role in China's manufacturing future, driving efficiency, reducing costs, and enabling mass customization on a scale previously unimaginable. From predictive maintenance of machinery to quality control, AI is poised to revolutionize every facet of the manufacturing process. Similarly, automation is another game changer. As labor costs rise, factories are increasingly turning to robots to keep production costs down. But the impact of automation goes beyond just cost savings. It's about raising productivity, enhancing precision, and creating a safer working environment. So, what's the vision for the future? It's a future where China stands at the forefront of technological innovation, driving the global manufacturing industry into a new era of unprecedented growth and prosperity. A future where Made in China doesn't just mean mass-produced, but also means high-quality, high-tech, and highly innovative. If history is any indication, the future is bright for China's manufacturing industry. A nation that transformed itself from a rural economy to the world's factory in just a few decades surely has the potential to redefine the future of manufacturing, and as we've seen, China is already well on its way. From an agrarian society to a global manufacturing powerhouse, China's journey is a testament to strategic vision and relentless execution. We've traveled through time, observing the genesis of this giant, understanding the catalysts that sparked change, and witnessing the meteoric rise of manufacturing. We've explored the global impact of China's ascension, delving into the challenges and triumphs that shaped its trajectory. And we've peered into the future, contemplating what lies ahead for China's manufacturing sector. This exploration has shown us that progress is a product of vision, determination, and resilience. It has shown us that change is possible, and that with the right ingredients, any nation can transform its destiny. As we conclude this journey, let's remember the lessons we've learned and the insights we've gained. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this insightful, do subscribe to our channel for more such intriguing narratives.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.